Everybody, oh my god, that was funny. After earlier stream telling Jake that I'll sort it all out, I forgot to send him the link. How cool is that? Goes to show how stupid I am. How you doing, Jake?
I found it quite funny. It's what I expected it to arrive at that time.
I said it earlier, and I thought I'll do it once I've sorted all this. I'll get the link. I don't want to send it too early in case you get it all a bit confused with someone else. And then that down
I,
here, I was mullered on X, people saying something. So I was like, right, let me just tag all them in that because I put at Grok and it sort of corrected all of them. So I tagged all 8 of them in it, calling me this, that, and everything else from some video. And I was like, oh, I don't think I've texted Jake that link yet.
no, but like I say, it's what I'm used to. Is that I know that it will arrive, so it's fine by me. That's how I operate anyway. I don't really have much consideration for time. It's whenever it gets done, it gets done.
Yep. Oh, look, that covered your face, that one. Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. I was just like, no way. After everything I said, and I forgot it. I felt a right prat. And then I was like, oh my God, I need to make my brew. So I just sprinted it down there. Oh, don't want to give myself a heart attack. And I put
No, you
Sadiq.
don't. You certainly don't.
No.
I don't know
Oh, it's
about you,
absolute.
but I was watching the Tommy Robinson thing.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit painful to watch, to be honest. You couldn't really hear it very well.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know there's. I was watching GB News and they're outside Southampton Hospital. Southampton Hospital, you idiot. Southampton Police Station.
Yeah, yeah, and they did some
But,
speeches. There was Nick Tanconi was there, Posey Parker was there, Lawrence
oh,
Fox, loads of YouTubers that you know were there, and Nick Tanconi did quite a good speech actually. I was reasonably pleased with his. Tommy did a very short speech that was mostly just effing and blinding from what I could hear, but you couldn't really hear it very well. And then at
oh,
the end of it, they were all pointing and saying, go in this direction. And it wasn't clear to me where, or to them really, where they're going. I think it might be that they're going to go and stand outside the family house. I'm not sure, but that's what people in the comments were saying. And as soon as they started walking away from the police station, I thought to myself, this is not a good idea because this could kick off now.
yeah. Has the potential. It's quite.
Well,
I'm still confused that it was like December. I thought it was like a couple of weeks back. So I don't know how everyone kept it so quiet.
I know I didn't know anything about it either. Um, that just goes to show that the extent of the problem, really, doesn't it? That it was kept from us.
Yep.
Because I mean, let's be honest about it. This is worse than what happened with George Floyd. This is a young man who is exactly what the country needs right now. Somebody who is well presented, who's obviously educated, who's somebody who's a decent family orientated person, and then for no
Yep.
reason whatsoever, someone starts with on him. He's trying to get away, and the bloke stabs him in the back and in the groin, and then the police behave the way that they did. Appalling.
Yep.
I mean, I will say one thing for the police, which is they could only operate on the information that they were given at that particular time. And it's easy for us now to sit here with all the information that we have and say everything that they did was wrong, but they didn't know what we know at that moment in time. That isn't in any way to excuse what they did, because what I think that they did was absolutely despicable. And I think had they acted sooner, then it's possible that he might have lived. Certainly, if that cunt of a brother hadn't lied to the police about what had happened and had called an ambulance, I think he probably would have survived.
Yeah.
But I never ever thought in all my life I would ever see people stood outside a police station shouting for shouting against racist police. I never imagined that that would ever happen in this country. That people would be
Yeah.
shouting racist police out because of a white person.
I just how it's got to what it's got to and everything. It's blown my mind because like say that like it could end up being quite dangerous and there could be something like on the back end of this because of what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where they are now, what they're doing now. Like it's not going to take a lot for a copper as usual to not be able to do his job properly, and it will just fly. And I reckon that it will be a full-on attack on the police.
And they've just had fairly inflammatory speeches. They were all shouting and effing and blinding, which I understand. They're angry, that's fine. But obviously it did whip the crowd up. And, Richard Inman was there. He gave it a very bombastic speech. So they're already fired up. Now they're going somewhere. They're not really sure where they're going. It's a bit chaotic. That's the sort of time when trouble could kick off, especially if they run into a group of lefties, for example, who want to counter-protest.
Yeah, very true.
But I think
it's been sorry, go on.
No, carry on.
I was going to say, he's got 21 years, but they put it for the unduly lenient. What do you call it? Unduly lenient ombudsman, is it, or whatever? But they're looking at the sentence.
Well,
should have thought before.
Is it?
Nope, that's the thing, isn't it? Good Christian.
What a brave man the father was yesterday. Unbelievably strong. How he kept.
I don't know how he done it. Yeah.
When I first saw that, I thought this was, how they often have the family solicitor does the statement. That's who I thought was speaking the first time I saw it, because I missed the beginning where they said who it was. And it was only afterwards they said that was the father. And I thought, what the fuck? How did he manage that?
Yeah. That's what I was quite surprised. But that's when it dawned on me that this was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow.
I know, it's just awful. And what kind of coward stabs people in the back and in the back of the legs?
Yeah, who does that?
And he did only look 5 foot tall, to be honest. When I saw that video earlier of him next to the car, he looks tiny. So that's probably why he carries a piece with him all the time.
Yeah. It's that size of that blooming blade that I showed earlier. Do you remember when he was wearing that blue dress? That's a whopping great sword. Jesus.
Nearly.
Trying to threaten people with it. And the problem is people will stand up to it. So unless he's willing to carry it through, which obviously he did last time with Henry Novak, then that's the way it's going to go.
Well, there were 2 at the weekend that were on Cozy's channel. 2 Muslim blokes. Both look like they've got here straight from Qatar. They looked so ridiculous. It was almost like something out of a comedy where they had, the dress and the bloody headscarf and shit pair of sunglasses. And the coppers pulled them over. Both of them had swords on them. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
People are saying to us that there's not been an invasion. Well, our women are being raped every day. Our people are being murdered every day. We're being actively discriminated against by every single institution in the country. If that isn't an invasion, I don't know what is. If this were in the Middle East, they would call it an occupied territory.
Yep. The intimidation and dominance is for all to see. But, like we got here, what's her name? Ava Santina. Oh, there's no such thing as a attempted takeover. What you on about? What planet are you on, love? What planet are you on? So yeah, I couldn't believe she said that. But even this is quite like triggering, could we say? When this video is called "Why the Far Right Hate London," you're like, hang on, far right, and 2, who said anything about hating London? They're probably more united than anyone.
Yeah, I mean, what is far right? Far right, as far as I'm concerned, means people who are actual fascists or Nazis, both of which haven't existed since the mid of the 20th century. So I don't know how anyone could be labelled far right today. They're just, okay, there might be a handful of people who exist who still believe in those things from the mid 20th century, but they are a handful of people. They're not any presence whatsoever in politics, on the streets, or having any influence on our institutions whatsoever. They are a false representation of the problem that's happening in this country. That it's an excuse to project all of the things that the left are doing onto somebody else.
Yep. Suppose they've not picked up this narrative to say, oh, what happened to Henry is because of the far right. Surprised that hasn't been thrown about yet.
It was pretty much when you showed Shabana earlier. She pretty much said that. She didn't actually come out far right, but that's what she meant. And
yeah,
she can
know what she's getting
well.
at.
What the fuck had she got the right to say anything about? She should not be in that position. She shouldn't be anywhere near the Houses of Parliament. And I just do not think that people of that religion have the right to hold public office.
No, I'm the same. Should nowhere near being an MP or anything. Like I've done that bit in Tower Hamlets where they're giving themselves up to 170% pay rise straight away. Like all the corruption is there. It's all about them. Tower Hamlets needs money more than anything. No, give me 100% more money. Give me 170% more money.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. And I had a look earlier just before I came on. I just wanted to see what the crime statistics were in London compared with where I live. And in London, it was your likelihood of being involved in a crime per 1,000 is 83. And where I live, it's 23.
Wow.
So it's 4 times higher in London.
That's crazy. Yet Sadiq claims London is the safest it's ever been.
Yeah. Now, granted, I admit where I live, I think it was the 5th or the 6th safest place in England. I admit that. I know that it's a safe place because it's so isolated. That's why no one comes here because it's too far away from everywhere. But that just goes to show, though, that the country is not the same all the way across. The problems that we see with race only happen in the cities. I know that they are moving people out more into towns. I know that that is happening with HMOs and things like that because Pantsy's told us about that. But even so, the majority of people outside of cities are white people who live by normal British customs and values. But like the Muslims, for example, how many more times do we have to say it? They're only 6% of the people in the country.
Yep.
And most of them live in London, Bradford, and Manchester, and Birmingham, sorry. If you were to take those cities out, then the Muslim problem in this country would virtually be solved.
Yep. That's right. I mean, if 6% can do this much damage and cause this much intimidation and discourse or whatever you want to call it, then at what point do you think having Muslim MPs is a good idea?
I just don't understand that.
The whole ideology is just wrong.
I don't know if it's that they're ignorant or if they're just lying to themselves, but they seem to be convinced that Islam is just a religion. They seem to forget that it isn't just a religion. We know that it's also a political ideology. We know that it's also a law. We know that it's a complete design for how to live your life. And I do not want that shit in my parliament.
Exactly. I don't think a lot of people do, but then we get silenced, don't they? They have to invent words like Islamophobic. Like this idiot on screen likes to throw around, oh, that's just been Islamophobic, or, well, he likes to blame conservatives, the far right, and the word Islamophobic. That's what this muppet does.
And which religion is the most far right of all? His fucking religion. The most far right conservative ideology in the entire world at this moment in time.
Yeah, I saw a picture. He had a bald head.
Him?
Yeah.
Really? I've not seen a picture of him with a bald head.
Let me see if I can bring it. See if he has. I forgot to check it. It came up like where we was in Mecca or
Ugh. The footage of him at Mecca, that was unbelievable. And I don't understand what the hell is going on at this Mecca place. What is so good about walking around a black box in a circle surrounded by a load of men who are in a frenzy? Oh.
Do you know what I said when I first saw it?
Nosferatu.
So he could slide up people's asses easier.
Probably, yes.
What is that?
He is vile.
He's got a new look. London's mayor showed up a new buzz cut hairstyle on the opening day of the SXSW London Festival. Sir Sadiq took to the podium to deliver an opening address along with blah blah. Who cares? Look at his head. What is that? Ladies and gents, get in those comments. What is that?
That's actually real. I thought that was a joke.
Nah.
That's
really
real. Has done. Fuck me.
Do you know what? Do you know what he looks like to me? A really ill Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean.
I just think he looks like Nosferatu, especially with that hand there, like a vampire's hand.
But yeah, he's definitely. I see images.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, there's nothing's coming up on that. Oh, that would have been funny. Oh, yes, he's buzz cut. Got a bald head.
A buzz cut?
Yeah.
I think he's put the fucking hair remover on, hasn't he?
Oh, it's hilarious. When I saw it, though, I was just like, wow, no way. And I did put the comment saying it so he could slide up people's bums easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, right.
Right,
everybody. Gone.
Pouncey says, have you seen what's happening in Southampton? So maybe it has kicked off.
Shall we let me open up a different window?
It was definitely on AY Audits was streaming it. But loads of other people were.
Is it a protest? It's not a rally, is it?
Yeah. There we are. Justice for Henry, third one down. That looks like it's streaming it.
Oh, sorry.
See how they treated the white boy. Would it be different if it was the other way around, Tommy? Would you say growing up in Southampton, you've seen that two-tier policing yourself?
I saw that one.
Oh, there's UK Sploosh alert. It's not good doing anything. No. He's nowhere.
Pouncey said click on Andy stream. Don't know who Andy is. Oh, that one.
Portland Andy?
Must be that one.
Blimey, that's loads of different views. Not much going on.
Thanks for coming, Tommy.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Tommy's got to go.
One thing I will say that in many ways I think is a good thing is that it was the most English protest I think I've ever seen. You know, everyone was actually being really polite and standing there and shouting, yeah, fuck the racist police, but actually doing it in quite a nice way. We all know that if it had been a bunch of, I nearly said something then, black people, that police station would have been trashed. This town would have been trashed. And look, these people, you know, I was worried that it might kick off once they moved, but it looks like they're being peaceful.
Yeah. Oh, well. That's because of Pouncey we done that. And, like, why is it with people saying things that aren't happening? Pouncey, you got me going then. I thought, right, I'll cut into that. No.
I think Pouncey was just sick of seeing Sadiq Khan's face.
Mate, I showed you in bold. What more do you want in life? You know, because us lot being the far right and how much we hate London, mate. We hate it. You know what I mean, mate? Innit?
Yeah. Now, I know this will be hypocritical, bearing in mind my current attire, but why doesn't this
Yeah,
prick ever wear a tie? Why does he never wear a tie?
because he knows someone's going to grab it and just do it up as tight as they can and pull him around the street by it.
Well, he is exactly the sort of twat that would have been treated like that at school. We all know it. He was the little rat that you beat the shit out of, and he'd get down the end of the corridor and shout, "You wanker!"
Yeah, or he'd be behind his dad and then he'd say something.
Yeah, and then you get hold of him, you kick the shit out of him, and he'll cry, and then straight away he'll do it again. We all know people like that, and that's what he is. And he also was a human rights lawyer, which makes him the scum of the earth in my book.
Yeah. You know, he's just one of those little weasels that's he's hard when there's people around him. How dare you, white and proud, Lisa? How dare you? How very dare you? That's racist. Saying you're proud of being white.
White and proud. Are you a white supremacist, Lisa? Dear,
yes.
Are you Ku Klux Klan?
Oh dear. Saying you're white and proud with Sadiq on screen is just pure Islamophobia.
Well, I am white, and I am proud, and I am extremely proud of the tradition and history of my country, especially my home county of Suffolk, which is the cradle of England. In fact, it is the place where England began, where the Angles first arrived.
I'm caramel and proud.
Yeah, that's right. We understand, Mad Monkey Seeds. We understand. You're all right. You're not one of.
That's good. That's good. I don't know where this is going to go with Sadiq Khan, but he's with Ava Santina. Like I said, he blamed the Conservatives in the first 5 minutes for something. Obviously, far right is Islamophobia or Islamophobic. He's going to mention that. Of course he is. It's only about half hour, so we should be able to get through it because if it's too much, I'm going to jump in the screen, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to punch Jake so hard that I knock him out for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes worth without him going, "Oh, hold it there, Wiz, hold it there."
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Oh, classic.
This is going to be
everyone who's in the chat, as we discuss, please bear in mind that Lisa Harvey did say white and proud, so be careful when you talk to her because she's far right, like Islamophobic, hating everything. I mean, and look, you can tell by her picture, look, that smile, it's like, I'm going to kill you.
I think that it's certainly racist adjacent, that smile. There's a hint in there of bigotry.
Yeah. Lisa's at home looking at her screen thinking, shut up, Wiz. What are you on about, mate?
It's good to see we've got some foreigners in as well. Slim, Pouncy, 2 foreigners. Yeah. We've got Mad Monkey Seeds from Holland.
That's my attitude. I don't care.
Lisa from the far right land of Nazism.
That's hilarious. But I think we'll have to watch out for Slim as well. You are my hero, racist Lisa Harvey, the white supremacist. Yeah. What's going on? Lisa started something here, mate.
Yeah. She started a revolution.
No, she hasn't said anything in the chat for the last minute either. She's like,
she's so busy being appalled that she can't even comment.
Yeah, I know. She's probably laughing her head off thinking you two are idiots, mate. Well, mostly me, I was talking there. So, yeah. Jake, you're probably still all right. She's still looking at you going, is that Owen Wilson? I like him.
No, I'm not Owen Wilson.
It's getting serious now. Look at all those crosses she's put up. That is like she's really throwing it at the Muslims there, isn't she? Like Christianity. Yeah.
I mean, that cross is a middle finger in upside down.
It is. It's like my ring. It's got them on it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
I've
that's
got a big one. I've got a big one, ladies and gents.
a big ring. I don't think we need to know that.
A big cross.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's happy days.
My
I don't care. I don't care. I don't know. Lisa's only gone Scottish there. Sorry, Lisa. I don't care. Slim's like, I know what you're saying now, Wiz. Yeah, I understand that perfectly. Can he understand you, man? Anyway, right. Shall we get on with the bloody video? We said our hello. We said our other bits.
I'm not looking forward to this one.
I know it's going to be crazy. Pat, don't encourage Lisa as a crusader, for crying out loud, mate.
No, do encourage her to be a crusader.
As soon as she said white and proud, I was like, here comes trouble. So, what can I say?
Gonny no d that. There, see, now I can speak Scottish. I learnt it from Slim just then.
You day that.
I don't know what it means, but that's how you say it.
Yep. Gunina Dina. I don't know what. Oh, I missed the one. I was supposed to do that. 100% look. 100% trouble, ain't you, Lisa? Afternoon, evening, everybody. I guess I jumped in at the right time, didn't I? Yeah, we're actually going to start 26 minutes in, so that's not too bad. But we're talking about a bit of the other stuff. So, you know, anyone who tunes in after the live would be like, no, that was interesting content before you started. Not a problem. Hopefully I won't get ruined. People go,
Amazing Grace is here. Yeah, Nelly, who was watching this stream, I could see, but I couldn't say hello because I wasn't a subscriber on the channel. But I could see Nelly was there, which was good. Grace is here, which is good. Mark is here.
Oh, yeah, Mark. Oh, Grace, yes. Did I say hello, Grace? If I didn't, hello. I'll do it in Slim's
kind of. There's a translation up here from Slimothy. It means, would you please not do that?
You can't do that. Hey there, Mark. Where's Jake? What do you think of the footage? Oh,
disgusting.
Yeah. Big up the mayor of Nazareth. That's my mate.
I don't understand how that a career criminal like George Floyd can go global for the video that I've seen, and yet this one didn't know about it until today. Or sorry, till this week.
Yeah, it's I'm miffed, mate. Absolutely miffed. Don't get it. So, Lisa can't stand Sadiq Khan. What did you try? Did he keep falling over? So
I think that he is quite possibly the biggest cunt in England because he's certainly the most over promoted. I mean, he's a sir, a lord, gay lord, obviously. But how did somebody who's that shit get that far? I think that there's more to it. He's certainly a full-on Davos man. He goes there 4 or 5 times a year. And I think that he has got some sort of deal going with them involving London. I think it's meant to be the poster child for a utopia or something like this. I think he's got a plan to make London the first carless city in Europe as well. But
really,
I can't think where I read it now, but there was something he was mentioning Helsinki was going to be the first and he wanted to do it. But I think that to answer Pouncy's question, no, I think Khan is more of a cunt than Starmer. Starmer's just weak. He doesn't have any power. He just does what he's told. Whereas Khan actually has a measurable effect on the Metropolitan Police, for example, and how they police, funnily enough. He's just a horrible, horrible person. And the way that he talks to people is so unbelievably condescending and rude. It just makes me want to punch his face every time I hear him open his mouth. And I am not a violent person.
Yep. Alan, welcome to the membership. Your name's in green. Thing is, though, right? The whole idea of being green is that I look and I'll make sure that I always do whatever with all names in green. They take precedent because they are members. But the thing is, I literally go through all messages. So, because I'm a lovely kind of geezer. We're all equal here. We're not far right.
No.
We're not far wrong.
The
We're
thing
far
with
right.
him, though, is we all know that he's a fucking liar as well, because he's promoting
Yeah.
this multicultural utopia. But we know for a fact what he really wants in London. He wants his caliphate. That's why he did his big prayer thing a few weeks ago. That's why he's off going around getting fiddled in Mecca at the minute. I genuinely do believe, though, and I know not everyone will agree with me on this one, but I genuinely believe that this prick is going to get found out. I think he's going to be one of the fall guys when this regime falls, which it is in the process of doing at the moment. He's going to end up getting prosecuted and nicked, probably for fraud or something like that.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I honestly think they're all going to go. I think Starmer will be prosecuted as well in the near future.
Because no one's seen, they all made a Teflon, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen, I don't know if anyone in the chat has, but I know that there was all that stuff about Mandelson released yesterday, but I've not heard of anything that came out of those files.
No, nothing major. Nothing major that I've heard.
No.
So,
which isn't really a surprise, because obviously they've been trying to suppress them and they've redacted all the juicy bits.
Yep, that's very true.
But for me, he's an emblem of everything that is wrong in the world at the moment. I mean, he is the archetypal globalist, and just everything about him is just what is wrong with Britain at the moment. If we got rid of people like him, then we would have our country back. And yes, I do mean because he's a Muslim, and yes, I do mean because he's brown. I know it's not because it's racist, it's because he happens to be brown because of where he's from. That isn't the reason for getting rid of him, but it is a fact that he is brown. What reason I want to get rid of him is for his belief systems. That, in my opinion, are fundamentally opposed to every single thing that we stand for in this country.
Yep, agreed. Right, shall we do this? It's going to be painful, ladies and gents. It's going to be painful.
Let's try it.
So yes, and I forgot to say, we are now streaming on YouTube and X at the same time. So if you're on X, hello, and if you're on YouTube, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm just trying it because I signed up because it's like £4 a month for 2 months. I was like, I'll have a go at that and stream and see. The funny thing is, I got a video that had 17 views, mate. 17 views, right? And I wrote a script for it and done it all and everything. 17 views. The other one was, I think it's on 48. You go on X, one of them's had 260 views and the other's had 90.
Wow.
So the videos have done better on X.
You just never know, do you? You know, I find this with Substack, which I've only done for a few months, but sometimes I find I'll post one and it will get, say, 30 views. And then the next one I do will get a couple of hundred. And there's no knowing.
The one you've just done, you just loaded one up about white supremacy or something.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's been the.
I started reading that. Is it a long one?
It's fairly long.
Oh, right. Because what I was going to do it as a surprise, but obviously I ended up going live about Henry today and that. But what I was thinking, right, is one of your Substacks, I'll put a link to it in the description in your Substack and blah, blah, blah. But one of them, I'll actually do it and sort of read it, you know, as if I'm presenting it, but I will read it and say, like, this is from you, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the video, I can say to people, the link to the thing to read is in the description, and you can go and subscribe and get more from Jake, blah, blah, blah. And that way, if I read one of yours out on a video and make a video out of it, then, you know, you can always put people and say, look, that's one of my articles.
That would be great. That would be brilliant. Yeah. And also I can then put the link of your video onto the Substack page so people can watch it there as well. Because I don't use videos at the moment.
And if that works, then I'm more than happy to say we could do one every fortnight or one a week, one a month for you, in order to keep pushing it and whatever. I'm more than willing to do that for you because you do a lot here.
Thank you. I'll do the same. And I think it's really, really important to do things like that because, like you've done with your YouTube, it's something that I set up. I just did it because I wanted to do it. I didn't do it to make any money out of or anything. And I've done absolutely, apart from on here, I don't promote it anyway. There's no advertising or anything. And it's just the people that have come along because they found it and because they're loyal and they want to stick around, just like the people who are on here. And I think that to me is far more important. And I would rather have 50 loyal subscribers than I would have 5,000 who I don't know anything about and who just subscribe for the sake of it.
Definitely, yeah. Quality over quantity, isn't it? So, because like saying, I'll stream it. I'll do it on here. Depending on how long it is, I think up to 10 minutes. I can even post it on X as well, if it's a pre-record. So it doesn't, the two that I done, I planned them to be around 5 to 6 minutes, and I think one was nearly 5 minutes, and one might have been 7 minutes or something like that. So that wasn't too bad. But anything around that sort of time, or if you say, "Oh, this article," you can actually read that for a good 5 minutes, and then you can say, "Right, the rest of it is available." Blah blah blah.
Maybe the one I uploaded today is probably about the right length because that was much shorter than they normally are, and that was one about Henry Novak actually, and about White Lives Matter, that sort of thing.
Right.
The one before is the one I think you're talking about, where it says I can do this, I can do that, and it's a piss take out of the original essay. But
right. Okay.
Everything that it says is true.
Yeah, because that Henry Novak, that'd be quite well, that's sort of like what people are wanting to see. So if you've written something about that, that would interest people. So, yeah, through me, they could then find you to know that you do things that are topical, I think.
Yeah. No, that would be good. That's great. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's what we do. We want to get our message out to people and find the right good people, because there are good people out there. As much as we like to moan, say, "Oh, I fucking hate him and he's an asshole and I wish they'd do this, that and the other," we do forget that there are good people out there who have a good heart, who are willing to listen and who are willing to change their mind when they have seen a different side to things. And that I think is admirable. Do I have any advice for essays? Yes.
So was that? Was you saying bad things they want you to? Shoot in a cravat.
Cravat, I would wear one today.
That's funny, but yeah.
Sorry, Pouncy just made me laugh then, as they're talking about being bad, and he said that he's bad to the bone because he's got osteoporosis.
That's good. So yes, it's in a mood. Oh, he's watching on X. It come up on X. Oh, how you doing, mate? I need to read your book.
I do have advice for writing essays. Yes, lots of advice, but you'd have to be really specific about what essay it was that you wanted. If you wanted general advice for writing an essay, I would say the following. First, make sure that you know what you're talking about. Make sure that it's clear from the start what you want to say, and then just stick to that and don't fuck about.
Is it the Mexicans that do them? That do loads of them? They're always going essay.
Yes, that's them. Yes, very good.
But yeah, what I'll say for that one, I'm not too sure if I've got links or whatever. Email me the link to that I don't know, what do you call it? Writing Substack.
Yeah, I was going to put the link up then, but the reason I haven't is because I'll have to log into my email, and then you have to do all these bloody 2-step shit. I can't be bothered to do it.
Leisure. Email at your leisure.
You can find The name is. I'll put that in, then people can find it. Look
There
for
you go.
that.
J Forder 1.
You'll find it.
Happy days. Oh, happy days. So yeah, email me when you can, mate. That thing, and I'll because I like to read it, and then I'll get on there and I'm ready. I've got my mode, like how to read it to make it as if I'm not reading it. Do you know what I mean?
No,
So
that would be really, really good as well, because a lot of the time when I write it, I do imagine it as being spoken, as if it could be a speech that somebody's reading out. And it is also something where, because it's written and it takes you spend more time on it, everything is where it should be. So I try and, when I write, it's not, I don't just sit there and write. I would do that and then I go over it and I craft it. And I want people to come away from reading a piece either thinking to themselves, either that was well written, because that I know is something that always inspires me when something is well written, or if there's something in it that made them think or made them think differently, then that would be great. And just as long as somebody gets something positive from it.
that's what it's all about, mate. So yeah, right, we'll I'll do
Grace,
that.
my job for me. Thank you, Grace. That your advice is excellent.
Oh yeah, very nice. There you go, ladies and gents.
Yeah. All I would say from having marked thousands of the fucking things is, if it's not clear what you're writing about, then how on earth do you expect to get any marks? You have to be clear and consistent all the way through it. So if you're writing an essay, suppose Sadiq Khan is a fucking cunt, which would be quite an easy essay to write. Your introduction would set out your main sort of idea about why he is one. Like, everybody knows Sadiq Khan is a cunt. He's the man responsible for destroying London, blah, blah, blah. Then you would take those points and you would just extend them in the paragraphs. So you might take, for example, crime has gone up. So you do a whole paragraph about crime and about how Sadiq Khan is responsible for crime. Next one, do the same sort of thing. How is Sadiq Khan responsible? So when you get to the end, your conclusion really is the introduction in different words. And that's it. Don't try and be fancy. Don't try and be clever. The simpler it is, the easier it is to read. And I always try and think when I'm writing, I'm writing for an audience, so I want people to be able to understand it. But I also want people to understand how to improve their vocabulary as well. So I will put long words in, but I like to think that they're there for a reason.
Excellent. Well, there we go, ladies and gents. Live and learn. So keep an eye out for the whiz. I'll be doing one of Jack's Substacks. Happy days. And I'll make sure I've got all the links for it as well. Sweet. Right. Time's come. We tried to beat around the bush and trying to escape it, but nonetheless, the time has arrived. We got to listen to Roland Rat. Oh dear.
The original idea of having a ULEZ was Boris Johnson.
Can you hear it?
Right? When the going gets tough, the Tories disappear. 39% of negative social media and knife crime, 39% is made and pushed by the far right. 25% of stories on social media and violence against women and girls come from the far right.
Hey?
How long was that till he said far right?
He said conservatives too.
Mind you, I think this is showing highlights. That's what they normally do, isn't it? So give him credit then. He hasn't actually said it yet.
No, but
Russian-backed, Chinese-backed, and MAGA-backed groups pushing this disinformation, misinformation, and lies. We have people as far as Vietnam and Sri Lanka making hundreds and thousands of pounds by portraying this dystopian image of London being in decline. Some call it decline porn. And when you think about it, if you're somebody who's passionate about mono-ethnicity, if you're a nationalist, if you're somebody who believes that Christianity is superior to every other religion, then you must hate London. Why? Because we're liberal, we're progressive, we're diverse, we're multicultural, and on any objective criteria, the greatest city in the world. We're the antithesis of all you believe in.
Sadiq Khan, welcome back to 360.
What on earth was that about? Like, Muslims are nothing but Islam. Oh, but if you believe in just Christianity and it's the ruling one, you hate London. What?
And look at her, already up his arse. Look at her face.
Yeah.
Hello,
Sadiq.
can I lick your bum? Ugh.
Oh, right, here we go. I've got to listen to her now. She's horrible.
It's glad to be finally asked back again.
Oh, we would have had you any time. Sadiq, it's been 10 years. I can't quite believe that. 10 years as London mayor. Now, for the last 2 of those years, you have had, or nearly 2 years, you've had a Labour government. A lot of what you have done before Keir Starmer has been done against perhaps the whims of a Conservative administration, using your own local budget. So can I just ask you, what difference has having a Labour government meant for you, if anything?
Yeah, also, I've had the privilege of being mayor for 10 years of the greatest city in the world, and I've had my 6th prime minister. It started with David Cameron, Theresa May, Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, Rishi Sunak, and Keir Starmer. And the first point I'd make is my job isn't to be the party representative on the city, it's to be London's champion and advocate. So on some occasions, I'll work with the government and prime minister, at least in London's interest, to do so. But I won't be scared to call them out if it's not. And it doesn't matter if you're a Labour prime minister or a Conservative prime minister. So I've worked with Tories in the past, but it's been in our interest to do so and call them out. And I've got to say, the last 23 months have been transformative.
I think he just let something slip that a lot of people might not have noticed. She asked him what difference a Labour government has made. And he's essentially just said, fuck all, because I can do whatever I like. But he's tried to make it sound different to that. But I wouldn't say go back and listen again, because we'll have to listen to it again. But if you were to do that, you would hear that he has in fact just said that it doesn't really matter whether it's Tories or Labour, because he still gets to do whatever he wants, basically.
In terms of the prime minister that doesn't wake up in the morning, being out to get me. It's not gratuitously anti-London. Many things we've delivered in the last 2 years, we probably would have been able to do with a Tory government. We can talk about those in a while. But add on top of that, over the last 10 years, some of the challenges our city's faced. We had Brexit, pandemic, we had 4 terror attacks in 2017, the awful fire at Grenfell Tower. We had Putin's invasion of Ukraine, Liz Truss's mini budget, Trump's tariffs, Trump's invasion of Iran. It's been really difficult for our city, and I'm really proud. Notwithstanding all those headwinds, we've come through it as the undisputed greatest city in the world. And so, look, it is great to work with the Labour government. We don't agree on everything. I believe we should rejoin the European Union. It should be in the manifesto at the next general election. I was quite clear from October 2023 and the need for a ceasefire in Gaza. I think Palestine should have been recognised decades ago. I think what is happening in Gaza.
Hell no. Hell no. So you're pushing the Islamic narrative.
Everything that he's saying is exactly what is wrong with our society. They're all the things that people don't want and that people like him and the cult of globalism do want. But it's worse with him because we know that he's not just a globalist, he's also one of them as well.
Definitely.
So it is a genocide. And so there's areas where I work closely with the Labour government, and there's areas we disagree. But it's good for London to have a Labour government working with a Labour mayor, and I'm hoping after May the 7th, even more Labour councils.
A lot of your policy has been anti-austerity. I mean, you talk about those headwinds there, the problems that London has faced or been caught in the midst of. You've taken an anti-austerity approach, and one of those policies was free school meals. So you've been using your budget in order to provide local free school meals. Why did you decide to do that, and what effect have you seen off the back of it?
So there's a great saying from an American politician and Democrat. He once said, all politics is local. My version of that is all politics is personal. So I benefited from free school meals, means-tested free school meals. And there's a number of memories I have for that. One is it alleviated the pressure on my mum and dad in terms of they knew that I'd be eating a decent meal at school. And so that was good, less stressful on my mum and dad. I remember a number of things about about. One is the fact that it wasn't stressful on mum and dad. But I remember a couple of things. Firstly, the quality wasn't always great. But secondly, because it was means tested, at break time in the morning when my mates were playing football or cricket, I'd have to go to a queue in the playground to get my token.
Right,
It was embarrassing.
he's first of all playing the victim card, trying to make out that he's poor done, hard done by, came from a poor background. But the way that Ava has framed this, she called it anti-austerity. Now, what that really means is borrowing loads of money and spending money that you haven't got and wasting it on stupid projects that are usually to do with race or ethnicity. He's choosing to focus on free school meals because he thinks it will be more appealing to a wider audience. We all know that really all that money that he's taken on and borrowed or got hold of, however, we know where he's been putting it, and it isn't all towards free school meals. It will be going towards the Muslim Brotherhood. He also, by what metric can he possibly say that London is the greatest city in the world? Unless he's talking about in terms of the number of violent sex attacks. In that case, yes, London is the greatest city in the world. But by any other metric, no, it isn't. He's a profligate fucker.
Yeah, I'm not really sort of one to believe a lot what this bloke says as well. It's always,
Right.
he sort of takes a little bit of truth, but then embellishes it somewhat, again, like for him to play the victim. So
Exactly. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's not stupid, or give him that much, but he's not as clever as he thinks he is either. He's just an incredibly unlikable person.
Definitely.
I felt embarrassed. I felt shame because everyone knew I was getting a token for free school meals. And very soon after I became mayor, particularly after the pandemic, I saw the impact of the cost of living crisis on ordinary Londoners. I was speaking to mums and dads doing 2-3 jobs to make ends meet, being stressed about whether their kid would eat. Speaking to parents saying having to give their kids a poor quality packed lunch because that's all they can afford. I was speaking to teachers saying they're bringing extra food to school to make sure their kids eat. And by the way, to qualify for a means-tested free school meal, you've got to have a disposable income of less than £7,400. So many kids are living in poverty, but they can't afford, they're not eligible for a free school meal. So my passion was to deliver universal free school meals that's nutritious and good quality. And I was determined to do that. Why? Because it means...
I don't believe a word that he's saying. I think when he's talking about the quality of food there, what he really means is it wasn't halal.
Yeah.
And I just can't take anything he says seriously.
Could well mean that, yeah. I didn't think of that line of it. Didn't have that line of thought in my head.
If he really wanted to help out the poor people of London, then surely there's a much better way of doing it than giving out free school meals, which they were already giving out beforehand and had been doing for decades. He hasn't actually brought in anything new here. So if he wants to talk about the poor children, then why doesn't he do something else for them? Why doesn't he do something meaningful for them, like try and improve their educational attainment, considering, for example, that white working class boys are the lowest in the country? He hasn't done anything to try and help them.
Yeah, and I think someone said in the chat, I don't know, it was Nelly or Grace or someone saying, there's always been school meals. He didn't introduce them. Yeah, I remember even when I was a kid, they brought everyone to have free school meals. So I don't know what he's getting at.
Yeah, I don't know what he's getting at either. Both of them are correct. We did have free school meals for years. I mean, the thing that I know talked about this before, but free school meals thing is used as a way of deciding or judging someone's ability and predicting their grades. That's the reason they're going on about it. It's nothing to do with giving them a healthy, balanced diet. It's just so that they can say, look, we've managed to help our poor kids get better grades, when they haven't really done anything at all. I mean, what is free school you're going to do? Most of it's going to go in the fucking bin for a start.
Yeah. Mind you, if he's in Pakistan, he'll have to chase after a rat and eat that, wouldn't he? Surely.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you can't knock it.
No.
In a decent meal, they can perform. You and I both experience being hungry. When you're hungry as an adult and you get angry, imagine being a child. You can't produce the work you want to do. You're not concentrating. But also imagine the pressure it takes off the parents. One child being given a free school meal for a year is a £500 saving. So I'm really pleased and proud. We have now in every school in London, every state primary school from age 4 until 11, receiving a nutritious free school meal. If you've got one kid, you've saved over the last 3 years £1,500. You imagine you've got 2, 3, 4 children. Teachers are telling us the kids will be more productive, they're behaving better. It's led to less arguments between a parent who's in arrears and the school. It's helping the cost of living crisis. So it's personal to me, but it's making a big difference in that great city.
That was a big thing, wasn't it, about schools being in arrears with school meals, wasn't it?
You speak to and schools don't want to chase parents for arrears, but they've got to pay the catering company who are chasing the schools to pay the money. The schools themselves are struggling because of their budgets being restricted because of the austerity. Parents are embarrassed to drop the kids off at school because they're being chased to the school gate. It was just awful all around. We sorted it.
You must have been disappointed then, as someone who wants to save Londoners money, that you had to raise the fares for TfL this year. That was the first time in 5 years that you had to do that.
So look, I'm somebody who knows the importance of public transport, right? And so one of the things that I did when I first elected, for the first 5, 6 years, we managed to freeze all fares in London. As one of the conditions of the government supporting us during the pandemic, the previous government, basically you've got to raise fares by inflation plus 1%. Real problem for families across London. What I've tried to do is recognise that the poorest Londoners use buses and trams in Croydon and Sutton. So I've frozen bus and tram fares for 7 years now. Also introduced the hopper bus fare, unlimited bus travel in an hour. And bear in mind how expensive the capital city is. We've probably got the cheapest bus fares in the country, £1.75.
Yeah, the envy for the rest of the country, actually.
I speak to mayors across the country who are green with envy at what we've managed to do. And the great news is this summer. I remember when I grew up in London, I mentioned all politics personal. My dad, because he was a bus driver, I don't mention that much. Because he was a bus driver, he got free travel as a bus driver. And at the weekends, he'd take us around London from South Kent, going to museums, the galleries, Hyde Park, and elsewhere. And what we'll do this year for the first time ever is at weekends allow parents.
Bullshit, that's what his dad did. Bullshit. His dad will have had him in mosque school every bloody weekend.
Yeah, well, what, let me look it up. Sadiq Khan's dad.
He just does not understand what people want. And I don't think she does either. But it's more understandable why she would believe it, because she's a bit thick. He, on the other hand, is far more influential.
Yeah, he was a bus driver for over 25 years. His mum was a seamstress dressmaker. And he also got the bigger to work as a paperboy and a construction site labourer. What was he, a brick?
Yeah. A labourer? I don't think so.
Yes.
Right.
But so he's working. Why is he getting free school meals?
That's a good point, actually. Yes, he shouldn't if they're both working.
Sadiq Khan was born October the 8th, 1970 in Tooting, South London, into a working-class Pakistani immigrant family.
Right, so he's trying to portray his family then as being good, decent, hard-working people. He's trying to also point out, look at my father and how he made me so culturally British, taking me to all these museums.
Yeah.
Talking about... I don't know other people, but I expect the capital city of the country to reflect the people of that country, and London doesn't. And if you go to Prague, it's full of Czechs. And that's what you want it to be. You want to feel that culture that's there. You want to listen to that language that they have. And actually, speaking of Prague, the thing I noticed there is how cheap the public transport was. And I don't understand why London can't just make everything £1. Every single thing £1.
Let's see if these,
although it kind of makes sense now if he's saying his working class background, he's from London, from Tooting, so he's obviously a DEI hire then. That's how he's got to where he is.
Yeah, more than likely.
He'll have been
even when
Pakistani.
Even when I put in, was Sadiq Khan poor as a child, he said, indicating that his family was not wealthy, but rather lived in a working class environment.
Yeah, working class in the same way that Keir Starmer is.
But Khan is child number 5 of 8. He's got 7 brothers and a sister.
God, why are people like that allowed to breed?
But maybe we could question that whether he did actually get tokens. He's probably had a mate that done that, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, well I done that," because he knows.
Yeah, I would guess he's a DEI hire. He's then networked, and he's then been championed as being like a token Pakistani human rights lawyer, and from that he's managed to get more and more power and influence till he's managed to get into this position, which he's somehow managed to hold on to for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yes, Pouncey's got it right there. Yeah, the more kids you have, the more benefits you get. True. Why is his mum working as a dressmaker anyway? I thought she was supposed to be a Muslim.
Yeah. That's why you got the population rising. 8 kids.
Well, we know what they used to do to pups.
I don't get it. Flying through the chat, just seeing. Oh, it's not buffering here, or hasn't buffered here, I should say.
I haven't noticed it buffering.
So yeah, definitely lying. He was purposely placed in the mayor position. I've been. There's definitely more to this. Yeah, definitely.
I would say so. No, I haven't noticed.
Let me just scroll right down. I don't want to miss all the thingies. Right, let's see what else is this idiot saying.
Or carers travel with their children for the one fare for the entire day. So Saturday you pay 1 fare. You can travel the entire day, change buses as many times as you like. And the same goes for the Sunday as well. In London, unlike other parts of the country, if you're below the age of 18, you get free bus travel. We're thinking of calling the weekend hop by the Whopper, but maybe suit by Burger King or somebody else. But yeah, it's a Whopper. And so this
that's you can't say a Whopper. That's Burger King.
Yeah, racist.
The government imports migrants and gets them dependent on welfare, so they have a consistent voter base.
I think there is an argument to be said for that. I don't think that's the entire story, but I do think that that is part of the thinking. Yes, certainly in terms of block voting with Muslims. I'm not sure about the benefits aspect. I mean, to some people, probably yes.
We're in London. Families will benefit from another policy aims to not just help with the cost of living, but get you out and about and seeing this great city of ours.
And see on different buses as well.
That's really important.
Why are you getting rid of the Boris bus?
Well, there's.
I mean, look, it had many pitfalls. It was very hot in the summer, and it was also very hot in the winter, and you know.
It's a serious point. Listen, I didn't enter politics for vanity or for ego. So, you know, a number of things I decided not to.
Just say that. Vanity or ego?
He
I'm the
did just
best ever.
say the most arrogant man in London didn't get into it for his ego. Yeah. Good one.
I didn't get it in for my ego, but I actually got into it for my ego. Just so you know.
I mean, anyone who has seen him at the London Assembly on a Friday will know what he's like.
Yeah.
To do. I'm not going to build a garden bridge that goes nowhere. I'm not going to, you know, keep water cannons I can't use. I'm not going to build an airport in the Thames estuary. But also, look at this bus. This bus costs almost £400,000 per bus. £400,000 per bus. It's a diesel. The windows don't open. The air conditioning doesn't work. And it's not value for money. So it's not because I've got a problem with the previous mayor. It's I'd rather buy buses that are electric. We've now got the biggest number of electric buses in Europe. We've gone from having 30 single-decker electric buses to approaching 3,000.
He's let the cat out of the bag once again. There's your reason why he's doing it, because he's trying to make the public transport electric. So he's obviously got a bung from someone to turn the buses electric, therefore that's what he is doing. He doesn't mention that on the tube there's no air conditioning. Doesn't mention about that.
Yeah.
Just this bus. He's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
I mean, they're lucky they have buses.
I
mean, we have. It used to be the case that when I used to go to college, there were only 2 buses a day, one at 8 and one at 5. That was it.
Religion is a road to nowhere. You're on it tonight, Pat.
I've got 70% of our taxi fleet, which is zero emission as well. We're using the, you know, the crisis that climate change is as an opportunity to clean up the air, but also to make sure our buses are value for money. And I make this point about clean air. When I first ran to be mayor, I was told it would take 200 years to bring the air in London within legal limits. We've done it in 9 years. That's the difference having bold policies.
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
Bollocks. Bearing in mind, he's saying all this, and we are 1% of the whole world's carbon emissions, while China's like 30%, maybe more.
Exactly.
But we have to have electric cars. We have to have this. We have to have that. It's all bollocks. I bet all this work in green energy.
Yeah, and how much do those fucking buses cost? You could have put that money into schools and improving educational opportunities for young working class white males, but you chose not to, didn't you, Sadiq? You could have put it into youth projects for young working class people, such as football teams or setting up music centres, but you didn't, did you? You took a bung off someone to make London into an electric car city. And now you're boasting about brought the air quality down. Good one. As if anyone gives a fuck anyway.
Terrible. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why you're on then. Maybe that's Sadiq Khan's voice. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it is.
And by the way, that's an example of a policy which the Conservatives opposed, the Lib Dems opposed, Reform, UKIP opposed, the National Labour Party opposed, but it's the right thing for London.
Well, there were some Tories that were very pro it. Boris Johnson, for example.
Well, here's the interesting.
Why is that Ava wearing clothes that are just absolutely huge?
I've got no idea. I did actually watch the other day. There was another interview she did with a Northern Irish politician, a woman, and they were sat on this sort of L-shaped sofa, but yet they were sat on it in a sort of lotus position. And I thought, why do lefties sit like that? Why can't you just sit properly? And you're right, actually. Yeah, why doesn't she have clothes that fit?
They're huge. Her clothes are made out of a burqa.
I think you're right. Maybe that's where they come from. And obviously they didn't have enough material left to make his suit, because we can see that it's obviously far too small for him.
I know how they got the name for it. Someone put it on and went, "Oh my, you look a right burqa."
Yeah, that would do it.
Just saying. But yeah, those clothes are huge. Look, they're massive. See where her legs? You could probably put 2 or 3 of her legs in that.
Oh, she's quite tall, I think. You can see how tiny he is.
Yep. He was probably the school's rugby ball, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think he's, what is he, 5'1", 5'2"?
So let's Google it. Let's Google it. Sadiq Khan height. So, well, due to his career, there is no height. 1 meter 65, which is 5'5".
Bullshit.
I'm 1 foot 1 inch taller than him, but he don't look that tall.
He's not 5'5".
He is when he's got a 5 foot heel.
He is 5'5". But yeah, he probably does.
It's a Smurf. I thought he was about 3 apples high.
I think he is.
Wait for a chat going, Wiz, how on earth do you know a bloody Smurf is 3 apples high? Well, I don't know, but my mate is just walking through. He says, all right, mate, see you later. He's, what? Oh, forgot something. Hang on, he's coming back. That's my mate. When I die, I want to come back as a Smurf, mate.
Yeah, it's an easy life.
La 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 la. Oh, hello, Sadiq. Right, let's get on with this. I don't know where I'm going with that. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, the Wizard plays with teddy bears, mate."
Boris Johnson, for example.
Well, here's the interesting thing about people forgetting. The original idea of having a ULEZ was Boris Johnson's, right? He had no real plans for it, but he recognised there was an issue of air pollution. And when the going gets tough, the Tories disappear. And so I was determined to make sure we carried through this policy. Why? 2 big reasons. One is I ran the London Marathon in 2014. I did a medical before. I was healthy and fit. I ran the marathon, beat Andy Burnham and Ed Balls as well. But a few months later, I started having problems in my breathing and stuff, and I was diagnosed.
He's got no ego.
I was diagnosed.
What an absolute...
Sorry for an absolute prat.
Yeah, I did the London Marathon, yeah. Beat Ed Balls, yeah. That's hardly anything to be boasting about. He's a fat bastard. Anyone could beat him. I think I could probably beat him. But what an arsehole tells us he's not vain and egotistical and then starts boasting about that.
Yep.
Prick.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't get on a camel, he gets stuck between the 2 humps. They'll be like, where is he? So he's always got the hump, hasn't he? Yeah. What do you call it with 3 humps? Humphrey!
God.
What do you call a camel with no humps? It's a fucking horse.
God almighty.
Oh no. Anyway, let's get back to this little ferret. I wonder who he was born in Fraggle Rock.
With this thing called adult onset asthma. I didn't know it existed. What it is basically, the experts explained, is there's stuff in the air you can't see called particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide. It causes air pollution. It leads to adults getting asthma, kids having stunted lungs, and people suffering from dementia, heart disease, cancer, as well as premature deaths. We'd caused the air pollution. Surely we could reverse it. And the second thing that...
Don't we breathe oxygen and nitrogen, though?
Yeah, I think so.
I swear he said nitrogen's
bad.
But
you need to, be brave and bold with this policy.
Sadiq said bold. He went bold. Brave and bold. Oh, look at me now.
Yeah.
Well, there's this amazing South Londoner called Rosamond Advocacy Deborah, who's an amazing campaigner.
Well, it's obviously not a white person.
It's from her mum. And she told me about her.
He's such a knobhead.
Of all the people to be a black person.
Yeah, we're already 11 minutes 45 in, so it's painful. Right, police are out in Pawson, Southampton. Oh, are they trying to like turn up as
Right.
if like we needed? Go all heavy-handed. Keep an eye on it, mate.
Yeah, I really hope they don't kick off there, because if they do, it'll be the police that have started it.
Let's have a look. What are we?
Yeah, Dizzy's correct. What about shit from the sky, about poisoning our food?
Nitrogen is approximately 78%, and oxygen is about 21%. That's why they were saying during COVID, and they put on oxygen machines, which are like 100% oxygen. That's why people would die. Believe it or not, just so you know.
He's an arsehole.
So, I can play at 1.5, yes. I was literally going to say to Jake, I wonder if you could still hear it if we speeded it up. 1.5%. We might find it more entertaining.
Yeah, I think it would be more entertaining.
So, but AY is streaming it, is he? All right, geese.
Well, shame on him to be watching this.
Yeah, what's going on, geese? Cheating on the whiz, mate.
Cheating.
That's worth at least £100 super chat. Well, don't do super chat, do Kofi, because it'll take 30%. Just saying. Just saying, hint, hint, geese. Grifty, 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 grifty.
On the subject of grifting, I thought it was really good of Paul Thorpe yesterday to say no super chats today, because he did it out of respect for Henry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I respected him for that.
Yeah, my Henry Novak stream isn't monetized.
Yeah.
So I think it still get adverts and that, but YouTube takes it all. So
I really do hope that young man's death causes something good to happen, and that he doesn't just become another name that's forgotten about in a couple of weeks' time.
Yep, definitely. But
our young people pick.
I normally watch things like this at 1.5 speed anyway. Sometimes I put it at 1.75, believe it or not, when I'm watching it on my own. But yeah, so it's at 1.5, so we should get through it quicker. We try not to say too much. And then, what's that? Police getting kettled. They are outnumbered. So yeah, but keep an eye on it, guys, because then we'll have a look. We will investigate once we get through this. So Jake and I are... we'll say what we need to say. Other than that, we'll let it go all the way through.
A 9-year-old child called Ella, who had been diagnosed with chronic asthma and would suffer regular attacks and have crisis, and eventually passed away aged 9. And they discovered that actually you could do a graph when has Ella had an asthma attack and when is it the worst air pollution. And Ella's the first person in this country to have on a death certificate as a cause of death air pollution. And once you've met Rosamond and discovered Ella's story, I challenge you not to want to clean up the air in our great city. And here's the irony. The most polluted parts of our city were in and around main roads. And guess what's caused the pollution? Those Boris buses that people say are so wonderful. Diesel buses, diesel lorries.
No.
And so the main roads.
The greatest cause of pollution in London, you'll find, is in Whitechapel, and it's called Islam.
Agreed, geese. That's all I have to say about that.
Suffering the worst air quality. They tended to be disproportionately black, Asian, minority ethnic. So it's an issue of racial justice. And they tend to be poor London. So for me, it's an issue of social justice. And the two things that have always motivated me in my politics when it comes to making policy are my values, social justice, racial justice, fighting inequalities, but also as a former lawyer, what's the evidence? And the evidence is that the ultra-low emission zone, a clean air zone, works. And my values dictate. If I know something is bad and I can do something to improve it and make it good, I should do it. And so I'm really proud. We've got the biggest clean air zone in the world, and we've done it in 9 years. What experts say will take 200 years.
Do you ever get tired of the hyperbole around you? I'm really throwing you quite a softball question here, but do you...
He just said that if there's something bad happening, his values tell him that he should stop it. At least that's what I heard him say. So How come then he denied to Susan Hall's face that there were grooming gangs in London?
That's very true.
Because if he knew that that was happening and he's someone that always stops bad things that are happening, then either he's lying or maybe him and his inbred mates and cousins were all in on it.
That's terrible. But yeah, because he didn't deny it just once, it was a few times, because he kept saying, didn't he? Oh, sorry, what do you mean by... oh, sorry, what do you mean by...
he was setting her up in a trap, really, wasn't he? He wanted her to say Pakistani gangs, because then he could accuse her of racism. So he kept saying, "What do you mean by grooming gangs?" And she said, "You know very well what I mean." And that was a really despicable display from him.
Yeah.
Because he completely missed the point that it's about the gangs, not about the ethnicity.
Yeah. Or him.
Or him, yeah.
One up for the Islam world. Pathetic. Yeah, that wound me up.
Think that perhaps it's going to be a policy that's recognised in, say, 20 years' time, rather than in the moment when you are actually enacting it?
So one of the things I've learned over the last 10 years, I've learned a lot, every day is a learning day, is there's no reward without risk. And you got to take risks sometimes to get things done. But also the things I'm most proud of are big things, universal free school meal. You
have to let me know. Got the free Whistleblower membership. I can't see it at the moment because I've got this screen and this screen going. So let me know. Cheers for that, Mad Monkey Seeds. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much.
The world's largest ultra emission zone. Increasing fivefold cycle lanes, reducing the speed limits on our roads to have last year the fewest numbers of deaths and serious injuries. Investing in youth clubs, we finished last year with the fewest number of homicides. When you think about clean air and air pollution, I think the whole issue of the environment is a proxy and a culture war. I think this whole thing has exploded in terms of it's not just about clean air anymore. It's about actually how we can, particularly the way the algorithms work is these social media companies, big tech, have created an outrage economy built around.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound very good, does it?
No, it's you piqued me fancy there. What?
That's not good at all.
No. OY audits.
I did say when they left that police station that I was concerned it would kick off once they left there.
Yeah. That's ages ago, that one. Jeff Taylor. Oh, so it's only these that are live. Young Bob. We'll be talking about him on Sunday.
I'd actually do you a favour, yeah?
I give credit to young Bob. He gets
We've got
himself...
the cameraman back, guys. And here we are, back on the front line, and we ain't fucking sick of it. We're back for another summer. Yes,
right, there you go. I'll turn it down a bit so you can talk, mate.
Yeah, so, on the one hand, I think it's good that people are protesting against the police, and they should be doing that. But I don't want to see people attacking the police, because regardless of what they did in that situation, they're following the orders and the training and the instruction that they've been given.
Definitely. Free Stranded Cord got the gift of membership. Happy days. Cheers for that, Mad Monkey Seeds. Appreciate it. I'm sure he will.
Every brick that they throw is losing them support. That's what they should be realising.
Yeah, agreed.
And it isn't going to solve anything. All it will end up doing is getting them front line in the Guardian.
You know, these people normally mean business, yeah? But as long as you know, I'm just a citizen journalist. I'm not a protester. Oh, look, ashtrays getting chucked, cigarette butts.
Sounded like a glass bottle.
We don't care, we like it. This is what we come out for.
AY sounds like he's been drinking.
They're coming under heavy artillery fire. Look, we're getting hit with stones as well.
Just think though, look how many people are there. How quickly that could escalate if the police don't handle this correctly.
I think these lot.
Yeah.
And they're wildly outnumbered. If those protesters get around the back of the police.
Look, throwing stuff over the wall here.
Okay.
Yes. That's a shame. They're going to lose all respect for that.
Yeah. That's where I want to see people stand up and say, stop doing that.
Yeah. More glass bottles are getting chucked.
They shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
That's out of order.
Wesley just got hit by a missile.
They're the people that we want
Wesley just got
to
hit there
protect.
by a missile. Here we go. Bins are coming over.
No, that's not on.
No.
The lights are gone.
What's he doing in the blue hat?
Yeah, no problem. We can duck and move. Bob and weave. You know how we do, Bob? Yeah. Duck and move.
That's
Bob
trying
and
to
weave.
make it bigger.
Do you know what?
Oh, what's going on? Who else was it?
Well, one thing that I was really hoping for when I was watching it earlier was when I saw the line of police stood at the top of looked like the staircase there where they were all speaking from. And I was just really, really hoping that there would be a group of them would break away from that line and go and stand in the crowd and start chanting along with them, because that would have been a real turning point politically for this country. But none of them had the balls to do it. But I wouldn't say that I had zero sympathy for the police. I would say that the police are doing what they can do, but it's not their fault if they're given these instructions and they're given training that tells them they have to treat people differently, because that is coming from above them.
This is literally the same, because AY is just there at the front.
Yeah.
You can see him there with his shades walking with his cap. So the angles are literally the same, nearly. So, it's not make any difference whether it's AY or whatever. But AY's at the front, so let's there. See, we're a lot closer. Wow, we're a lot closer, Goose.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The crowd are a bit closer to the police now as well. No, the police are moving.
They're starting to retreat.
Oh, they shouldn't move back because they move forward and they get a charge on.
They're going to kettle you on both ends.
I wonder if there are people behind those vans who are blocking the police. Oh, there's people up on behind the fences here on the left as well. Yes, Pat, is true. Yes, I was following orders isn't an excuse.
Make sure we're on the front line.
And
lucky
yes, they
there we go. Front line action.
Well, it's fair enough to say, they can resign or they can refuse to do it. But let's be honest about it. These are ordinary people who have got families to feed. You know, it's not as easy as just chucking your job away.
Yeah. I mean, when I was younger, I'd have been there doing stupid stuff with my mentality.
Principles.
I grew up.
Oh, you'd have been right down at the front, would you?
Yeah. Afraid so, mate. I was one of them idiots.
Kicking off.
Yeah, I know I would, because I felt like the world owed me a favour and the world done nothing but kept shitting on me. So I was quite rebellious in that thing. And I've had coppers before, so it wouldn't bother me.
Oops. Did it help?
Yeah.
Or did it make it worse?
I'm on.
Well, to be honest, that time when I've done the 4 coppers and got arrested and spoken to, that actually helped.
Well, it's a slightly unorthodox method, but if it worked.
Yeah, the way they spoke to me and the way they treated me. So
that's good to see Wesley there.
Again. I know, I see it.
Especially after he got done over in France.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that he's about. Of course, you can't see him now.
Yeah, it will be. Right wing thugs.
Let's get it up, get liking.
It will be, yeah.
You know what to do, people.
There won't be any arrests, but they say there was 50 because it makes for a better narrative.
Probably, mate.
But this is AY Audits, everyone, if you're not following him. I did email him and he responded. I said about coming on the channel for an interview, talk about what he does. I thought that'd be interesting.
Yeah, you're right, guys. Yeah.
And he said, he's busy, this, that, and anything else. If I don't hear or anything in a week, like send him another email. But if I don't hear anything, which I haven't, I'm not going to chase the bloke. Like, he's doing his thing and that. So if he's busy, he's busy. So I'm not one of those stalkers. Do you know what I mean?
There's Wesley Winter on the left in the grey.
What, him there with a backpack?
No, he's to the left. That's Cozzy there with the.
Oh, that's it, Cozzy. That's right. Sorry, mate. Yeah, got him confused.
Get a picture of the Polish flag.
Polish flag, yay.
Winter stood there right near the front. There.
Ah, right, yeah. Was that say safety is a right, not a privilege? Or something? Didn't read it in time.
Yes, people, we are out here again. The police have blocked the line. Holding firm in a minute, but had it run off a minute ago.
I mean, if this were another country, though, this would have just kicked off. I mean, that says a lot about the British that, okay, yeah, they're throwing things, they shouldn't be doing it, but this is a very polite display of aggression compared with what, for example, happened in France recently.
I'm getting a lot of messages from people, on my Insta, Facebook, everything. Do you know what? I'm there for everybody. Every one of you that's sending me messages, I'm there for everybody. So everybody can see. So big up everybody that's watching, live and direct. Live and direct. It's good.
They're not being very aggressive, though, the crowd, are they? It's not as if they stood there shouting, fuck off or anything. They just stood there, which is unusual.
I think with the crap that the police are in because of Henry, I reckon they've been told, like, do not do nothing, no matter what. Just stand your ground.
Yeah.
He knows all about it.
Yeah. Here come the reinforcements.
Yeah, I was about to say all three of them, but yeah, they keep coming.
Mate, listen, at the end of the day, look.
But these are blokes doing a job at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? They've got families, so they're earning a living and that. I mean, these aren't the coppers that dealt with Henry.
No, they're not. And they're also, a lot of them probably aren't even from Southampton. They'll have been drafted in last minute to come and do this. They've got no idea where they are.
Have a little bit of a laughing joke.
I don't know about you, but if I was stood there facing that crowd, I would imagine it's quite intimidating.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
And
medical team for AY audits, having a heart attack there.
What's that, mate?
Yeah.
One thing is all it will take to kick off.
Yeah.
And if this were Northern Ireland, for example, by now someone will have thrown a petrol bomb.
More bottles and stones are going
But I don't think the police would react the same, because I've seen some of them in Australia and, well, numerous places, Germany and that. They don't take no crap. They have Muslims praying, they just grab them and get up and they're throwing them, mate.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the French police. I mean, they look like, they're like RoboCop with all this body armour on. Yep. They don't fuck, they just steam straight in with the back.
But we should be in a really where the police can police. So if you want to say, oh, the police, they come in too heavy-handed, then no matter what, the government should turn around and say, they're the police. They can do what they like, whatever it takes.
Yes.
They're not going to kill you, but they're going to use reasonable force. And if it means like get out the way and you're not listening, they're going to grab you by the legs and drag you, mate. You will get road burn on your arse cheeks. Move. They should be allowed to police, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't think that they're allowed to. That's a part of the problem, that they're not a police force.
Exactly.
Service.
But you'd be a lot more nervous facing the police, knowing that there's no holds barred. You start anything, they will grab you. They will beat you to the deck, cuff you, and you're done.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was a student, my brother-in-law, who is now in the police, he got caught by them one night. He was trying to get himself down the 24-hour garage, as you do as a student. They got him, shoved him over the bonnet of the car, roughed him up, called him a little bastard and all this. At least in that situation, though, you know where you stand with the police.
Yeah.
Don't put that on the camera. Do not put that on my camera, yeah? You get banned for that.
Yeah, throwing things is not good.
It's all little stones.
They've just written tomorrow's headlines now, and it could have been something very different.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Because at this point, really, what are they supposed to be protesting against? What are they doing in this location?
What time did you get here?
I don't know. I don't know if they were going to Henry's family and they were being stopped, or whether this is just, regardless, it's against the police because how they treated Henry. I don't know.
Can I get a lift?
Yeah, I don't know, because I can understand why they're at the police station. That makes perfect sense. But why are they here?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck? Someone just threw some tree at them.
Someone's branching out.
We're getting pelted with stones ourselves, guys. We have to step back a little bit.
Well, the one I saw in Paris, that was Nick Shirley did it, and the Antifa there had hammers, and they were actually going up to, the street and smashing it so that they could get rocks to throw at the police. And they weren't just throwing stones; these were proper, full-on rocks.
Yeah. I wonder, like, they got body cams and that, so they can go round after identifying people and arresting them tomorrow.
Yeah.
They don't need to do it now. And the more this goes on, I think the more said people will be drinking.
Yeah.
Everybody in the
What
chat.
happens when they drink? It all kicks.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Just lob something at the coppers there, like a can or something.
I disagree with AY there. I think they've made their point. They've done their protests. Go home before it kicks off.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if they're staying there now, all it's going to do is just prolong tension and increase the possibility that it is going to kick off.
Keep it going, guys.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
And I think a lot of people, if they're honest with themselves, actually want it to kick off.
Yeah, because they want to get the anger out. Life's crap. Life's too expensive. They want to take it out on someone or something.
Yeah. And the police are the perfect people to do it because they stand for the establishment. But they're not the enemy.
Here they come with the shields. Here they come with the shields now.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we don't either, Helen.
They're not going to charge, are they? Oh, they've got the big riot shields, not the round ones that they have.
Yep.
I think Grace is correct.
Because we're going to end up getting it with projectiles. What?
How dare you that? Copy their laughing game on the camera.
No, it's not.
How dare you that? This one is laughing guys and doing speech. How dare you?
Is that our bill? Is that our bill behind us there? This one here, with that camera there.
Make sure they're not the other side. They're behind you, coming in.
I'll tell you what, front line, and we're in the thick of it, and we ain't fucking sick of it.
Get the feeling it's going to kick off. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there, put it that way. I'd rather be sat at home nice and warm and without any hassle.
Yep. Yep, commenting on it, yep.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to use it.
Well, you might end up with a brick in the back of the head if you stood there.
They're going in people's houses. Oh, no, they're not.
That's all you need. I was filming that. I got brain damage, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because some idiot.
Where's Lawrence Fox and Lebs? Are they still there or have they gone home now?
Yeah. I mean, I don't get why... Like, they can't just all stand there and do your chants, your singing and all that. You don't have to do anything else. Oh, here we go. They're aggravating it there, look.
I'm a journalist. Look at that.
Here it goes. He's down.
What's happened to the top of the screen?
He's down.
Yeah. Blood on his head.
You see the police officers hitting people with the shields.
What was that all about?
Blood coming out of his mouth.
Even there, they still didn't rush in to kick off.
Yeah, he got shielded straight in the face, that skinny lad there in the blue t-shirt, but he was aggravating the police, so...
He was. Served it.
AY, I'm no threat to you, all right? I think that's where everyone is at, Dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you alright, guys?
I think the whole country knows that it's just going to take one thing and it's going to...
More police officers coming up. Extra police
Yeah.
coming.
Let me know if you can still hear it
More
all right, ladies and gents. I want it so me and Jake can just talk over. There's no point
don't wanna get
messing
hit by
around
no
with the volume
missiles.
every 5
No.
seconds, but as long as you can hear it
Nothing's
and you
alright.
can hear Jake and I, or if we're louder, we can turn it up a bit, but
That's
let me
it,
know in the
everybody.
chat.
Get liking, get sharing, get commenting. Let's show the people.
Well, this is good in a way to see that a lot of the YouTubers have gone there. That says a lot.
Yeah.
And young Bob, he's always there. I do think he gets himself in some reckless positions, but I give him credit for putting himself out there.
Yeah, for his age and that, I do worry about him sometimes, especially after that other bit, you know, where they were trying to get him and...
Oh, yeah. But before that, there was even more. Someone threw curry at him.
That's right. We got that one Sunday. We'll be reviewing Young Bob with the little woke, weird, blonde-haired girl.
Bottles are still getting thrown.
Yeah, she throws curry or
There's a load
whatever.
of stones here, though.
I think that's the one we're watching.
No, there's one. There's one where someone throws curry at him, and then immediately after that is the one that with the blonde girl.
I'm a member
Ah,
of press.
right, yeah,
I'm a member
okay.
of press. I'm no threat. I'm no threat. I'm a member of press. No threat. I'm no threat. I'm a member of press. Yeah? Don't listen. Don't do that. I'm telling you. Stop touching me. I'm no threat. I'm no threat. I'm no threat. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm no threat. Yeah? I'm telling you. Don't hit me with that, mate. I'm telling you. Don't hit me with that, yeah?
You've lost your temper.
I say, if that's the case, AY should just walk away. I'm no threat. Walk away. Don't just stand there aggravating it.
Threaten me with a shield. A member of press. Is that what you're going to do to somebody that's not even a protester? And you threaten me with a shield. You're out of order, geez. Big up Manchester.
Yeah, that's it. He walked away. That's
Big
good.
up East
I'm glad he
London.
done that.
Newham in the house. You know where we say it loud, we say it clear. Sure is fucking here. Anyone else gonna find
He's a geezer, isn't he, AY?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Plumjacks has raised an interesting point, and I thought this when I watched earlier at the police station, that it's a bit strange that it's a social media demonstration. No one wants to drop their phone. And the thing I noticed was at the police station, everyone was just stood there with their phone like this. It was almost as if no one was actually participating in what was going on.
Yeah, this is my cameraman, yeah. Nah, Thames Valley don't know me too well.
I can't tell if at that far side they're trying to calm things down or if they're trying to kick off.
Yeah. Well, he's got a scarf around his head, so that's not good.
No, it's not good.
He's saying, come on then. You could see that with his body language and nodding of his head. He's like, come on then.
I'm glad that idiot Danny Tomo isn't at the front, because then it would have kicked off.
Yeah,
The helicopter is up in the air.
he is what you call an agitator at times, isn't he? I've seen him.
And there's that other one as well, Ryan something. He's always getting arrested. Scouser.
What is that? The race of colours, Ryan Bridge?
No, not that guy. He's got a ponytail.
Oh.
This guy has got dark hair. I think he's a football hooligan. You'd recognise him. You'd know him if you saw him. Well, yes, Danny Tomo is what you need when you want to send men to fight, yes, but not...
Yeah, Binky. Oh, look, police.
Here comes the bronze commander. Ooh.
What was that?
I'm getting missiles chucked at me, just missing.
Ah. Yes, Grace, I do think that he has controlled the position, yes.
Yeah, a few people have said that, Grace, yeah.
Probably anyone who has got an influence over this crowd is controlled opposition to an extent. The MI5 will be all over it.
Yep.
And they'll have...
Well, certainly beats Sadiq Khan interview, doesn't it?
That's it, people.
They're much more exciting.
Yep. At least we know never to do anything with Sadiq Khan again.
Yeah. Apart from murder him. I mean, obviously metaphorically. I'm not inciting hatred.
Yeah, when he does something silly and says it, we destroy him online with our words. The wizard's words.
Oh shit, does that mean we're finished? It's weird that everyone is experiencing this through a screen and not actually interacting with what's in front of them.
Yeah. Oh God, there's a lady there as well.
The last thing I would think to do is get my phone out.
Yeah. Oh, it makes me nervous when you got young girls and ladies about. They could get just a bloke falling back hits them and they could be over, break their wrist or something. It's horrible. It makes me nervous when there's women about and girls.
Yeah.
So look at him in his tracksuit and that. I bet they've all been on the beers.
Yeah, and on the sniff. Oh.
You see the police now coming up towards us, hitting people with shields. You see
in the middle.
People hitting people with shields.
This is not going to go down well.
They're getting a little bit more aggressive out there.
This is like eating an oyster. It ain't going down well.
I've never been an oyster. They look fucking horrible. I hate all fish, except fish fingers.
Very true, Jake. Confusing to us why they're staring through phone screens. Yeah.
Weird.
Be careful, King, now, yes? You see now, it's actually...
It's not a good idea to do that. I mean, that crowd could surge forward and people could get crushed.
Keep that camera on.
I mean, do they want them in a certain place? Are they, to push them back? I don't know.
Yeah. I guess they're trying to get them out of this residential area.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why.
Is that a Nazi salute he's doing there in the middle?
I think it's. Oh, he's got an open hand with the flag.
The one next to him has got a fist.
He's got his fist closed. No, your hand's got to be open, hasn't it? You got like your hands that sort of.
Christy, who's watching from X, thank you for sharing. Rachel, big up Rachel. 4 nations, 1 kingdom.
I don't really know about the police riot control tactics. So I can't tell you what they're up to. I mean, they've pushed them back a bit, but they have obviously decided not to go further. Oh, no, here we go. Now it's started.
Here we go. That's nuts. Look at them push. Oh, young Bob's in there.
Yeah.
They're going to try and grab people, I expect. Put them behind the shield.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Stop.
Well, fair enough
Just
to that bloke
stop.
there, telling him to get back.
Yeah.
No, that was... I'm glad to see that happened. That was good.
Type it in the chat. Henry with a lover. Let's get it going.
AY don't need to be there. He's going to get himself in trouble.
Yeah, he is.
You're getting violent and aggressive. Why are you getting violent and aggressive, geez? What's the point? Why is it always against us? Why is it always against white people? Why do you always keep doing it to white people?
Yeah.
Why when there's other black people do this? But white people come out, you do it, yeah?
He's got a point. You don't see this at that Gaza shit, do you?
No, they won't be doing it for Muslims or pro-Palestine or pro-Hamas, pro-Islamic terrorism. No, that's fine.
Pepper spray.
And every time I see that shit, I want to see the police go steaming in with the riot shields and baton, but they never do.
Yep. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's really. It is a tinderbox. There's no way of knowing how this is going to go at the minute.
No.
Oh, he's got it again. Full facial shot. This one's taking pictures of him doing it.
Yeah, arrest him later.
Yeah, well, that's why they have a lot of the cameras around as well.
Henry with a lover. Let's keep it going. Show these what we think of them.
But see, I think they've already done that. They've shown what they thought of them earlier. They made their point that it was very well received. It was respectful. I mean, the minute silence they did was very well observed. And a very powerful.
Yes, Martin. It is epping 2-0.
That's very true.
Yeah, very true. I hate being around people that have been drinking. Can't stand it.
Yeah, as an ex-doorman, I agree. You just watch how people change.
Yeah.
And a shout out to my sister, don't worry. Everything is
Some people,
good.
it's like a switch, isn't it?
I tell you, we're in the thick of it, and we ain't sick of it.
Yep.
Another whole brick on the floor. More bricks are coming through.
You can hear it hitting the shields.
Loads of bricks. That is it, mate.
Yeah,
Big
good
up
point
everybody.
from Alan there.
Everybody in the chat. Everybody
Very good
sharing.
point.
Everybody commenting. I see it all.
Thatcher did send the cavalry in on the miners. Yeah, rightly so as well. Ooh.
Oh, here they come. Yeah, make sure those police don't get done by people jumping off those walls behind the police and attacking that way.
I mean, what have these officers got to do with it? Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Just do your protest and go home.
That's what I think, and I think they've done their protest, and it is time to go home. I mean, how long do they expect this to go on for? It's going to get dark in the next sort of 45 minutes. I doubt they'll be out much after dark.
Oh, they're getting pelted now badly.
That's why you always see riots in the summer, the winter. Well, there's Richard Inman, isn't it? No, it isn't.
Listen, I'm right in the thick of it. Listen, they're retreating again. The police are going back. Here we go. I can't hear you, kids. But here they go. He's falling over. They're getting retreated. It is going off here right now.
From the brick walls, I think, Nelly, someone said. I think Helen said, I think they're taken from the walls.
Come on, guys. Let's watch it on the train. We've even
I do understand why they're doing it.
Yeah, I get it. I understand it, but it doesn't mean it's right. This part.
Yeah. There is a part of me, though, that does understand and does think that there is something right about it. But ultimately, though, no, I don't agree with it.
I give the policeman their glove back. I'll end up getting done for theft or something. Oh, bricks are coming in always.
Yeah, from people's fucking gardens and houses that they're.
The front line.
Yep.
No, they're just ordinary people's homes.
Whoa. Oh, that they smacked him on the shin.
There's the camera. Keep it rolling. Keep that camera rolling.
Fuck. Just threw one right there at the front, that lad. He's going to be on camera doing that.
Yeah, that's why he had a mask on, I think.
Southampton, please keep on retreating.
Yeah, that's what they were shouting at the police station off our street. No, they don't get paid for that.
No.
Fuck off. Come on.
Yeah, that's what they usually do. They go forward, get people sort of sucked under the shields, grab them, arrest them, take them away.
Yeah. Or they wait until a couple of days afterwards and then get you at home.
Yeah, just when you think you got away with it.
Yeah.
Finding all your mates. Yeah, I was doing all that, mate.
But here, the police haven't got them kettled in by the look of it.
No.
And they look as if they're trapped where they are.
Yes, you're right, Splucci.
Look at all the shit on the road.
Back on the front line, right where we belong.
It's terrible.
Watching it all unfold. Bricks are coming always.
I mean, do these people want those protesters in their garden? I don't want any in my garden.
The full shebang. Thank you, everybody, for the super chat.
There's something wrong with him. He's drunk or something. That lad with the t-shirt, he's one that got pushed over and hit in the face with a shield.
One of my mods, take it out of subscriber only mode. Keep it so everybody can talk. Yeah. Team Tommy want to talk on the live stream. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, he was quite strange at that earlier, Tommy Robinson, I thought.
For everybody free to chat.
And his argument, I think, was that it wasn't about him, it was about Henry, which is a fair enough. But he didn't speak for very long at all, and I thought he would have spoken much more than he did. He seemed kind of underprepared, which I suppose probably is, as it was a very last-minute thing to organise it all.
Yeah, but I mean, he could have spoken a way that could have calmed it down.
Anyone able to chat?
He could have done, actually, yeah. Yeah, that is a fair point.
Let's keep it moving.
There's a way to express your anger.
Nothing on you?
Yeah.
You got a battery pack on you?
Oh, yeah, speaking of smokers of the herbal variety, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Won't go anywhere.
I'm after a battery pack. Do you want to look in there? A battery pack and a lead. A battery pack and a lead.
It's inside the...
Oh, we got sea spray being thrown everywhere. Look at the spray coming out. Look, he's fighting me and all. Mate, he's squirting a member of the press keys, yeah? He's squirting a member of the press keys with spray, me. What's all that about, eh? Did you catch all that, Key? You see him squirting?
You're probably right, Dizzy.
You wake up!
Yeah, I don't even think AY's doing himself any favours. He's going to get arrested.
Spray's coming out.
You know, I take it these people ain't got jobs, so they don't have to worry about going to work tomorrow.
Look at all this spray coming out, look.
Pepper sprayed him.
You catching all that? Yeah?
He's done.
You catching all this, Key?
It's called the Hokey Cokey, yeah.
in 2.0. Big up all the super chatters coming through. Big up Team Tommy there. Watch it live and direct. Where we say it loud, we say it clear. Guys, I don't see that many Henrys in the chat. Oh. What was that? Was that them? No, it was them. Was it? Yeah. Whoever front, each other counts in front. Got another mouthful of gas. But you know what? We eat it up. Oh. That is it.
I think AY needs to step back, make sure he don't get into trouble for his own benefit.
Oh. Keep them coming, guys. Keep putting that Henry with that love heart in the chat. Wait, did you pick our umbrellas up?
Are you getting off?
No. The night is still young, Gozzy. Who? Why don't I want that Chinese fucking shit, bro? GoPro's the best, bro.
I'm just pressed.
That is it, guys. Keep hitting that like button when you come in. Keep sharing, keep telling.
Who else
Keep
did you
showing
say
everybody.
was... Who else was there? UK Sploosh. So what, UK Sploosh, where he's at? Oh, he's back a bit, isn't he? UK Sploosh. There's AY just at the front there in his black cap and shades. So he's only a couple of meters back, isn't he?
Thank you, mate. I will have in front of your camera. It's all right. No, I appreciate it, bro. Need it? Let me check. I will do. I've got.
I missed anything.
Nope. We've just gone to UK Sploosh to see his angle, but he's only about 5 meters behind AY, so...
Oh my. I've been going so long on me.
Oh, that's interesting. What the
there goes a brick.
He's correct. And
LB audits.
About no, the one before I meant, where he's put thesis, antithesis, and synthesis is correct. That is the classical way of forming an argument, is to have a thesis, an antithesis, which means the opposite, and then the synthesis, which is a combination of everything together. As I was thinking whilst I was taking some fresh air outside, that Pat mentioned he wanted to do some writing, things like that, and obviously earlier someone asked about essay writing, and so if there are things like that people want to know about, then feel free to ask, and if there's time and interest, then you could look into that if you wanted to. But if anyone needs any help, just ask. And I'll do what I can, but don't take the piss.
Yeah. Well, this is an angle. It's miles away.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, it's not. They're up a tree by the look of it.
Yeah, I prefer the angle right at the front.
No, that's just getting silly now.
Yeah.
Big up Naomi, Alan Snack Bar. Thanks for being in here, guys. Hit the like. That's all I want you to do is hit the like. We've got bricks are coming all over the gap.
Yeah, if people do want to know about that sort of thing, then ask. That's fine. I don't mind giving you some advice if you need some. Especially with things like essays, because it's not something that people tend to write naturally, and for a lot of people they might not have written one for years, or if at all. So I do appreciate that fact.
Yeah. And this one is give him a shout out, whoever it was. I can't remember. LB Audits, this one. I've never used LB Audits before. LB Audits UK, ladies and gents, just so you know.
Pound C says my writing is crap. Well, I can't help you then, son. No help for you.
So it's my writing, mate. I'm left-handed. I've always been a messy writer. Always.
Writing's like any skill, really. If you don't practice it, then you're not going to get any better at it. And I decided when I wasn't going to be a teacher that writing was something I definitely wanted to do. And for about the past 7 or 8 years, I've spent the majority of the day either playing guitar or writing, because I know that most of it will never get used. Like, for example, I've been writing a novel. I've never written a novel in my life. I might not use it for anything, but the fact of doing it is helping me as a writer. And so if you don't practice, you don't get any better. And people always think once they're finished, they're finished. You haven't. You've got to go over it and craft it and make it.
Mate, I tell you, it's taken me longer to actually read my book. I've been through it 4 or 5 times, editing, making notes, editing, making notes, read it again, editing, taking bits out, put bits in. Mate, it took me 7 days just non-stop. I didn't stop, just 7 days from the moment I got up to the moment I went to bed. Well, not really the moment I went to bed. I had my tea and watched telly and that, but I was probably doing 8-9 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I think it actually took me 8 or 9 days, because I wrote down, because I thought it was 7 days, and I thought, no, actually it's longer. But that is 27 chapters and about 79,000 words.
That's a lot.
And to keep going through it, I had to, because you just know when it's not ready. You just know. You're like, hang on.
Yeah,
so, and even now I feel like it, but I'm trying to step back a bit, because I'm one of those blokes that just goes OTT, mate. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know when to stop. I'm like it when I'm painting as well. Oh, it's done. Oh, but I'll just touch this up, just touch that up. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
And that's a bad thing.
What I would say is the best thing to do really with a piece of writing, doesn't matter what size it is, but do only work on a small section at a time, because you can't do everything in one go, and don't just keep going over chapter 1 again and again and again.
Yeah, no, I'll do chapter 1, and then I'm right, cool, right, chapter 2. Then I'll go through that and just do whatever I do. It might be a lot, it might not be a lot, but then I'll go to chapter 3. But then the next time I go through, I'll be like, oh yeah, actually, I need to do this here and that there. So, but that's why I said to you about going through chapter by chapter.
Yeah.
Like if I'd done chapter 1 with you, your eyes on that will probably open up stuff, and I'll be like, I didn't know. I've never seen that.
Yeah, it can do that. It can do that.
So yeah,
you can do it offline,
having fresh eyes on it, because you'll be like, oh, straight away, Wiz. Yeah.
we can do it.
It's what I'll do is I can set one of these up, send you the link, and you come on, but we don't go live.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, and that would be exactly how I would have taught people one-to-one, because it's then I can sit there with them and say, why did you do this? What do you mean by this? And it's so much easier to, I
Yeah,
think,
exactly.
do it that way. I mean, I appreciate that it
So,
can be a bit intimidating for some people, but
mate, I've never written anything in my life. To have written that is just something that I felt I had to do.
yeah, good, you did.
I don't even know how to get it published or nothing, but it's just something I had to get the story out because it bugged me when I had my heart attack and I didn't do it. And it was stuck in my head. I thought, what a waste.
Well, that's the thing, you know, I don't see any writing as being wasted. I mean, I've got loads of things that I've written that I've never used, but I don't see it as waste because I will have learned something in the process of doing it. And I will be good at writing, and you don't get better by not writing.
Exactly. And I'll probably learn a lot from you. And, you know, the book is, I think I've got quite a few lined up with mine.
Well, I have got one thing I can help learn, which I noticed last time. One of the reasons that your guitar isn't easy to play is because the strings are the wrong way around.
It's left-handed, mate.
Yeah, but you need to have the strings the other way around.
What?
So when you have it, if you play it right-handed, the strings are, you have a thick string at the closest to you and a thin one the furthest away. But if you turn it to play it left-handed, the thicker one is the one that's furthest away from you and the thinnest one is closest to you. Yeah. So, yeah, the thickest string is closest to you, yeah.
Holmes is not good, is it?
Yeah.
I won't agree with that, unfortunately. Sorry.
I find it well.
And if you put it the other way round, then the strings will be upside down.
Yeah, it is. Lucky I'm left-handed then, isn't it? Is this right, left-handed?
Tony Warren, I was thinking that, Tony. It doesn't look like a really well-off road, does it, Tony?
God, it's been so long. Yeah, make sure. God, dust on it, mate. It's terrible. Yeah, I need. But my life is getting consumed by YouTube.
Oh, that's a good thing.
This doesn't look like a very
I
personally would say people's homes are getting wrecked here, which I.
But oh yeah, my book, right? You know this one I've written, the Book of Creation. Then I've got Wizard No Name, the Dragon's Blood. Then I've got Wizard No Name, the Queen's Son. Then I've got Wizard No Name, the Permission. That's a good one. Wizard No Name, the Dragon's Breath, and then Wizard No Name, the Jump of Life. So there's a few books that I could do, you know, from that, the whole series. Yeah. But a couple of them I could drop and embellish and put certain bits into one of the other books. Do you know what I mean? But that's just me making notes so I don't forget. But yeah, I was thinking of a trilogy, and then I thought, no, 5. I thought, no, I can actually write 7.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, shut up! Stop!
Yes, Olga, I can explain how it's the wrong way round, because last time when Wiz held it, he held it the other way round when it was on the screen. So it looked like he was playing it one way, but it was actually the other way.
Oh, it'll be reversed. Might be the camera.
But when he's playing it the right way round, then the strings are the right way round. That's what it was.
Bloody left-handed.
I know, they're a pain in the arse.
Thank you, Trinity. Big up, Trinity. Nice to see you.
I think though it's a good thing to be working on as a piece of writing, because it keeps you focused, it makes you creative, and one of the things that I think I've learned that's the most important thing is to get rid of as much as you can from the story, because most of it is probably shit. That's what I've noticed in my own writing, is if you can strip it down to the bare essentials, so that way nothing is wasted. Your reader is just focused entirely on the essence of the story.
Yep.
That is by far and away the best advice I could give anyone, whether it's creative writing or whether it's essay writing, is just cut out all of the shit.
Yep.
If, for example, you've got a word that describes something, you probably don't need it.
Yeah.
Forget the HMO, guys. Forget the HMO.
And sometimes don't tell everything, show the reader. But the one that I've been working on, the novel, it doesn't tell you anywhere on the first page who this person is. Doesn't tell you how old they are, what their date of birth is, what their gender is. Doesn't tell you anything at all about them. But yet you know from the very beginning what that person is doing and why they are where they are at that time, because there are clues in the writing that make that obvious to you.
Forget the illegal, guys. Forget the illegal.
So you have to let the reader do some work as well.
Definitely.
But it is a very difficult skill indeed. And I only wish that it was a skill that was more lucrative, and then I might get some more money. Someone I taught actually is a very successful author now. A bloody awful writer. Okay? She wrote that fucking awful thing on Netflix called Heartstopper. All that queer shit. Yeah, she was in my class.
No way.
Only for a year though, and she was hardly ever there. Never said a word. You would never have known that she could write anything. And then she got, while she was still at school, £1 million publishing deal.
Wow.
How did she manage that? Because her dad works for a publishing company.
Ah, fuck it, really?
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I ain't got a clue what to do in my book, but fucking hell, just giving it, that's pathetic.
Yeah. And so from that, she gets £1 million contract and then gets a multi-million deal with Netflix.
Yep, and Netflix will only deal with you if you have an agent. They don't take just off the cuff. So,
correct.
Because I read mine would make a brilliant series or wizard, but you've got to have an agent. I'm like, no chance, mate, no chance.
Well, I was thinking with the one that I'm doing, I mean, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to finish it or do anything with it, but what I have done is I've set it so that there could be a follow-up to it if it went well.
Everyone's coming back and forth, rocks are coming over.
Because I'm kind of telling the Rendlesham story, but from a different perspective, and I've set it in the mid-90s, which is a good place to set it because then you haven't got all the later stuff from the Rendlesham, like all the binary code and all of that, the later editions, and a lot of the files hadn't been released at the time as well, so it's much more secretive. But obviously, if people liked it, then in the second part, then I would go into all of that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be good because you could literally and it could say on it like part 1 because then people are always want part 2 and publishers will be like, we need part 2.
I want to do something different with the story because I think that every single book about Rendlesham tells you what happened and focuses on what the objects might have been. And I'm realizing that actually that's not really what's important about this story. It's not what they saw. What's important is why they saw what they think they saw. So why did they think it was a UFO, for example?
Yeah.
Plotter, never heard of it, Grace. What is it? I just open up
E.L. James. She's a terrible writer.
Leo the Lion goes, forget the wall, guys, forget the wall.
Oh, they are dreadful.
Well, that's right. Then I'll be in good company.
They're blocking, I'm pretty sure. You know, the sea guy that killed Henry
to be a successful writer, it's like the same as being a musician, really. It's about first having that contact to get in the door and get your name known. And then it's, to be really successful, it's a lot of the time it's just luck and timing.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, I think it's a bit weird though. They're saying that that's where that Sikh bloke families live, along those houses.
Ah, right.
So that's why they're there. But what was I going to say? I threw myself then.
Well, if they've gone outside that family's house, then they've been remarkably restrained.
Yep.
I don't know it.
Rowling, Harry Potter, she sent that to about 17 different people or something before she got picked up. But
yeah.
Thing is, though, they could just be arseholes. Every single agent would be like, nah, I just don't fancy doing that. And that's the end of it. You'll never have a career because of their attitude. I just think it's wrong.
That's exactly what happens.
But I couldn't find any publishers. I think there was one publisher. I sent it off, never had anything. But I couldn't find any more publishers. And a lot of them were like, oh, we're not accepting any transcripts.
No, I spent a whole year. I entered every single writing competition I could find. Didn't get anything.
Oh.
Didn't put me though.
No. Oh well.
A YouTuber from America is live on
That's crazy though, mate. That's crazy. That would have pissed me right off. That'd have me questioning my writing or how I write or something.
I mean, it's a very subjective thing as well. What some people like, some people absolutely hate. I mean, Olga's mentioned Stephen King there, hugely successful author. Some people love him, other people absolutely hate him.
Yeah.
Really very subjective. Wilbur Smith, I have never read, but I remember that it used to be on my mum's bookshelf. So there are loads of good writers out there. Ian McEwan, he's a good writer when he wants to be. F. Scott Fitzgerald, can't beat him. Philip K. Dick, yes, he is another good writer.
I suppose it probably would have helped if I'd read some books before I wrote my book. But like I say, I always feel like my brain could get contaminated. Do you know what I mean? And I wanted to keep my pure.
I do. I mean, I always used to say to people that if they, as well as practicing your writing, the other thing you need to do if you want to be a writer is read. And I do stand by that. But I think if it's something that you've never really done before, then it's going to feel very unnatural to go into reading and do it that way. It's probably better to go straight into the writing.
Yeah.
That's funny what Alan's just
I read that, Alan. Only fools and horses, isn't it?
That was a funny one.
That was good one at under 14.
When I taught, I don't know how I found the time to do this, but when I had free lessons, I used to get my work done as quickly as possible and then read. And I used to read roughly about 3 novels a week on top of teaching. So I used to read a lot. But I can read really, really quickly.
Yeah, self-published costs a fortune. I know you can do Amazon and that, but that can all go Pete Tong and all. Saying that, we've not seen Robin from a while.
We haven't. Maybe he's been arrested. Or maybe his plan has worked. And he's living the dream in his paradise.
Yeah. Gave him millions not to publish. And then got abducted by aliens.
Maybe. I mean, I self-published a book on Amazon and it sold a few. I think I got 20 quid last month from it. But I can't remember how I did it. I know it was an absolute pain in the arse. and it really
Yeah, because you got to do the pages, haven't you? And then you can even order one yourself to see if it works. And
yeah, it was a
the
pain.
picture at the front cover. Then no, I'm like, yeah, but then the back cover, it's got writing all on it, and then you got the other bit at all that sort of crap. It puts me off. I don't know what to put there. Like the hassle of it.
See, that's where I need to have someone who I can just say, I've written this, sort it out, please.
Yeah.
And there are people out there who like doing that sort of thing and who hate writing, and that would be perfect for them.
Yeah.
So if anyone out there is good at formatting and all of that kind of thing, then I'll be in touch.
Yeah. And my book's not going anywhere, so.
Well, you never know. It might.
I'll always try and get the chat.
That'd be funny. I'd laugh.
Get the bell in line.
I just think once I've written something, if somebody reads it and they get something from it, then it's done its job.
Yeah. I'm always like, unless it does really well, I end up beating myself up about it, and I'm like, why did I bother and shit like that? It's like it's always got to be the best. You know what I mean? Bit competitive like that.
Yeah. See, this is a strange trait that I have, in that I have no sense of competition whatsoever, and no sense of about winning being important. I've never been about doing it. I just do it.
That's probably a better way to be, mate, to be honest, because sometimes I have to sort of like put it to the back of my head, because I know I'm not doing it to be competitive, but then if I do something, but is that good enough to be the best? Suddenly hits my brain, and I'm like, but it wasn't about that, it was about achieving it.
I understand that feeling. I think I just try and shift the emphasis onto rather than is this the best one, or is this the best that I can do right now?
Yeah.
And they're not the same thing, because there's times when I've done something really, really shit, spent no time at all on it, and it's turned out brilliant, and other times spend weeks on it and it turns out like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of songs that I've recorded, I've set up a drum loop, I've just plugged my guitar in, I just played it, and just do everything in first take, leave the wrong notes in. As long as it's got the feel, I think that's what's more important. Because that's the thing that we really don't get in music and in writing, is you don't get that feel. And it's something that, you know what I mean if you understand that sort of, if you know. But like you can see a musician, for example, you can tell if someone is doing it in a very performative or mechanical way, or whether someone's actually feeling what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Binky gets it. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I wrote one. I was like, oh, it's the best song ever. And about 2 days later, I read it. I was like, nah, not really.
Yeah.
I took bits of it. Do you know, I cannibalise everything and make another song out of certain parts because they're good. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
but yeah,
that's what all the greats do. I mean, talent borrows and genius steals. I think it's what Oscar Wilde once said, or someone said, probably him.
Yeah.
But it is true. I mean, in music, there's only 8 notes, or 12 if you include the semitones. There's only so much you can do with 12 notes, so to speak.
Yeah.
Same with writing. There's a finite set of words that we have. Well, actually, no, because new words are created all the time, so that's bollocks. But there's a limitation of language.
Yeah, we gave LB audits credit. I did shout him out and everything. Oh, what's going on here? Bin. But I suppose I haven't for the last minutes or so. But yeah, but no, LB audits. Is it LB Audits UK? That's because Trigger Christian gave me the link. But yeah. LB Audits UK. Go subscribe, support, do your thing.
I know where that comes from. Binky's just put in a good point there. How once you hit the flow and you've got it, you hate it to go. And that's something that has been well known in literature for centuries. And there's the very famous story of Coleridge writing Kubla Khan, and he took some opium and then went to sleep. And he woke up and he had this dream, and this fully formed poem appeared, and he just sat and wrote it all down. And then as he was getting near the end, someone knocked on the fucking door and broke his concentration. So he could never.
Way.
Cedric Benstein, thank you, geezer. Yes, Kirsten.
That's crazy.
Thank you for the super chat.
But inspiration, when it comes, it comes. You can't. There's no saying when that's going to be. Almost as if everything that's ever been written is already out there somehow, and you have to tune into that particular frequency.
That man, very much. Honestly.
Yeah.
And it only is going to exist at that particular time, so you have to grab it whilst you can.
Definitely. I know, I was asking myself that, Alan, and all. Like, that bin was pathetic.
They could have set fire to it at least.
Yeah, or ran with it and hey.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
Sometimes when you're laid back, that's when you get the best thing. Definitely, I would say the best guitar playing I do, no one ever hears, because it's done when I'm not thinking and just playing, and no one will ever hear it because it's just practice, really. But I suppose it's the setting, the context is important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly that. That's why I asked Jake if he'd look at my stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But we might only end up going through 2 or 3 chapters, and Jake's like, "No, shit, mate." But we'll see how far we get. But I'll tell you what, I'm hard listening to music. Why? Because I can put something on here, and I'm doing something, getting ready for a live or whatever it might be. Music's playing, and then I've got to hit Google Docs, because then I've got to pause the music because I was listening a certain lyric come into my head, and I've got to write it down. Then I end up writing a song. Every time I listen to music, it sort of inspires you, and you're like, no,
yeah,
pain in the ass.
Yeah. Strangely, though, for me, even though words are what I've spent most of my life doing, I never get that from songs. What I tend to get instead is I hear guitar parts and guitar solos instead, and I think, oh, this is what I would do. And sometimes I find that inspiring.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. That's cool.
Yeah,
sorry.
And using new technology is also creative, Binky. Get yourself a new bit of gear, buy a sampler or something like that. That will get you creative.
Yeah, it's got to be done. But right, ladies and gents, we've been going for 2.5 hours. I've got to go and take my meds. Yeah. Oh, look, it paused as I said that. It took it personal. But yeah, so go and watch LB. Go and watch LB live. Go support him. Look, he's got over 1,000 people watching it. He's all over my 41, doesn't it?
Wow.
But
well, you did better than someone did on a live that I saw on Sunday night, where no one turned up. That was very unfortunate.
Who was that?
I couldn't say who it was, but actually no, one person turned up and they wouldn't let them on the screen. Oh. And there were only about 20 people who were watching anyway. Oh. But that was an interesting one. I didn't expecting it to go the way that it did.
That's not the one that you no longer watch, is it?
That might be, but I couldn't possibly say.
The one that we class as a grifter.
That could be that one, but I mean, I couldn't vouch for the certainty of it.
You might think. Are you being a bit candid? You're being a bit candid, mate.
Well, you may think that, but I couldn't possibly comment.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
No, can't confirm nor deny. That gets you out of everything, as do the 3 Ps, possibly, probably, and perhaps. They get you out.
18,000. I've got 41, mate. 42 now. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, that was.
Thanks you.
That didn't go how I thought it was going to go this evening, but it's been good.
Yeah, it was strange. AI had a 14k, blimey. Yeah, there's only so much we can take from Sadiq Khan, wasn't it? It was terrible. It was terrible. I was yawning. Terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway. But it's worth a go. But don't worry, because Sunday we've got Young Bob. That's definitely going to be entertaining. So that's all.
Thursdays. Are we doing call-in Thursday?
What's Thursday?
Yeah, what's Thursday? Is there a Thursday this week?
Oh, I've done it. Have I not? Hang on. Have I not done that yet? Oh, I showed up behind her.
That's what it says.
Oh, it's not Bob on Thursday, is it?
Yeah, Thursday.
What's today? The 2nd.
Today's...
Oh, it is. It's Bob on. It's Bob on Thursday.
Yeah.
All in Sunday. That's
it
what it is. Yeah. Cheers for that, Jake. I was getting all a bit confused. All a bit of a kerfuffle.
I did last week, so it's no problem. And it's been good to see all the people in the chat as well, where we got a double dose today.
We did. I want to go on tour. That's what I want to do. I want to do like what Katie does, go on tour.
It was quite funny the other night seeing that most people who are in the chat right now were on Richie and Rogue's channel.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on there for a bit. I had to go for my dinner in the end, but yeah, I like them.
I like it when I see people in other chats. It's good.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you, it feels really weird just being in the chat. I'm always looking to click on someone to bring their thing up and that. It's really annoying. But yeah, it's what it is. But yeah. But okay, right. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Oh, I'm live at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I need to find some news stories for that, but I'll look in the morning and set that up and get the thumbnail going on. So we're live at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then Thursday at 7 with young Bob, where he gets attacked.
Yes.
By students.
I would be very surprised if the news tomorrow wasn't far-right riot.
Yeah. The right riots.
Oh, they've just set fire to a bin and wheeled it at the police. Thanks for that, Helen.
They're idiots. Well, you can all go and watch it now, guys. I'm done. I've got to do my meds, sit down with the missus. I don't know what we're
They are idiots because it's getting dark now, so all the kids will be going home.
That's why they lit the fire, so they can see.
The only people that will be there now are just the arseholes that want to fight.
That can get themselves into trouble, and it actually will mean nothing. And to do that in the name of Henry is just an insult. It's silly. So
it is. He's better than that. He seems to me like a very, very decent young man. Someone that should have been a credit to the country, and unfortunately, his life was taken by a thug.
Yeah, terrible. But there we go, ladies. We got from Sadiq Khan to protests. So there we go. Why not? 2 hours, 38 minutes. What more do you want? So happy days. So don't forget tomorrow 1 o'clock if I'm awake.
Thank you, Wiz, and thanks to everyone in the chat. It's always good to have some back and forth. And
definitely, it's a giggle.
I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, take it easy, mate. Live the dream, as they say. Something like that, anyway. Happy days. There we go, ladies and gents. Blimey, that was funny, wasn't it? Sadiq Khan puts all to sleep. So, but yeah, it's a shame it's going to take a wrong turn. So, yeah, such a shame. Yeah, Jake Want turned into a noob. Make sure everybody hits the like as well, thumbs up and all that. Feel free to comment as well. Woohoo! That's happy days. Thank you very much to every single one of you. Go and watch what's going on. Go and watch your riots, guys. Go on. You know you want to. But it's all good. I am back tomorrow with some top news stories. or political stories, whatever. But 1 o'clock, ladies and gents, 1 o'clock. So thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Enjoy the riots. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Jake turned into a newt. He's not going to be very big. He's going to be minute. Minute. Oh, whatever. Anyway, 1 o'clock tomorrow, ladies and gents. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and all that. Love to you all. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the protest. Take it easy. And I'll see you at 1 o'clock tomorrow. But for now, ladies and gents, that is the wizard's words.